James Crabtree, the former Mumbai bureau chief of the Financial Times, joins us. He's currently the associate professor of practice at the Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy at the National University of Singapore. Thanks very much for being with us. Now, you've seen the work of Swades. You've travelled to take a look at what they do. What was that experience like for you?
Well, I think that the thing that jumped out at me when I began to learn about the foundation by Ronnie and Zarina was the approach of looking at whole villages and trying to look at many different kinds of interventions in one place and realizing that in a sense many charities try and fix one thing that's going wrong in a local area, water or a school or a health clinic, but that actually what you need to do is throw the whole kitchen sink at a problem. And so that was what I found interesting when, in a sense, Ronnie first began to tell me about the projects and what they were funding. These kind of model village projects were the things that I thought were most interesting and that I've been tracking a little bit, albeit from here in Singapore now rather than in India.
James Crabtree, Pranoy, great to chat with you again. I know we've been on email and WhatsApp, because I've noticed you really studied the impact of this pandemic financially, globally. So how is it really affecting the livelihood of people, mainly in rural areas globally?
Well, the pandemic starts in the cities because the cities are most connected, but in many ways it's rural areas that are going to be most badly affected and you see that, I think, in India now, that as the pandemic comes under control in the big urban areas, it's the rural areas that are most at risk. And so the kind of things that Swades is trying to do, rural entrepreneurship, things that are going to make rural areas more resilient, become even more important, both in this part of the pandemic, but also in the recovery phase as we move forward. So trying to find employment opportunities for people who are leaving cities and heading back to their villages becomes a kind of crucial public policy question, and one that not just India, but many other countries around Asia are also grappling with. So.
All right, James Crabtree, thanks very much for sharing those thoughts.